Hello, in this video we will be creating the source description found in the file description. Information included there is information about the source. As you can see, the source description is already included in the TEI document that you created in the first video. The source description can be encoded in two different ways. One way is to use the paragraph element and have all the source information in a sentence format. The other way to do this is to take different parts of the source information and put it into specific elements to make it structured. That is what we're going to do here. So go ahead and highlight that P element and hit backspace or delete. And go ahead and put in your greater than symbol. And since we want structured bibliographic information about the source, we are going to use the bibliographic structured element, which is right here. Go ahead and select that and double click. As you can see, there are a couple of sub-elements that were included. The first one is the monograph element. The monograph element is going to include all the bibliographic information about the source, like title, author, illustrator, etc. The imprint element that you find here only includes the publication information like publisher, place of publication, and date. Since we don't have the author information or the title information, go ahead and click enter after the first monograph tag in front of the imprint element and hit your greater than symbol, and we want to do title first. So go ahead, and that's the title element. Type in TI, it should appear, and hit enter. Next we want to do the author information. And we're going to do the same thing we did up in the title statement. And we're going to use the author element, so do a greater than symbol, type in AU, it should appear, and hit enter. And we're going to do the same thing here where we want to be very specific with the author's name. As we know, it's a personal name, and also we can do the first and last name, as you know, is the forename and the surname. So let's go ahead and put in your greater than symbol, find first name, PER, hit enter, and then within that, let's go ahead and put in the fore and surname, hit greater than, type in FOREN, select that, and then let's put in our surname. And that's our author. Now the next thing that we want to do is we want to include the illustrator information. We're going to do the same thing too. We're going to put in a responsibility statement like we did in the title statement in the first video. So go ahead and put in your greater than symbol, type in RESP statement, hit enter, and then within that we're going to have the statement for what they were responsible for and their name. So go ahead and type in RESP, hit enter, and then below that we're going to type in the personal name, so type in PER, hit enter, and then within the personal name element we're going to include the forename and surname. So go ahead and hit your greater than symbol, type in FOREN, and hit enter. And then below that, do your greater than symbol, type in SUR, and hit enter. And that's your information you want for the illustrator. Now next let's do the publication information. So click inside your imprint element and hit enter. And let's go ahead and put in your greater than symbol, and we want to do the publisher first. So go ahead and type in PUB and then L and hit publisher and hit enter. Next we want to do the place of publication. So we know that as pub place, so go ahead and put in the greater than symbol, type in PUB, make sure it's capital P, and then hit enter. We also want to put the date of publication. So go ahead and put in your greater than symbol, type in DA, and hit enter. And this is all the information we are going to include in the imprint element. Now the last information we want to include in the monograph element after imprint is the extent information, which is the physical description of the source being encoded. So go ahead and hit enter after the imprint element and put in your greater than symbol, and type EX for the extent element and hit enter. You now have just created your bibliographic information for your source. This completes this video. Your next step will be taking the bibliographic information for the source and putting that information in the correct elements that you just created here in this video. And this concludes the videos for creating the title statement, the edition statement, publication statement, and source description of the file description of the TEI header.